How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rumour, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, before we get started, I'm a bit tired here. I do apologize if I look really tired and really lost right now. I just woke up and I didn't have a good night of sleep, so if I'm a bit lost, I do apologize. Either way, guys, today we have another little update here to a previous rumor and some other additions to it that we're going to go through. If you guys remember, 2 days ago or so, I made a video talking about a Chinese potential region for Generation 8, and there's apparently been a addition to that now, and this was sent to me by Brandon Allen Network on Twitter. So we're going to go through what it says on the screen right here. If you want to read it on your own, you can see it on the screen right there. You can read it on your own, and you don't have to listen to me. But if you do want to listen to me, I'm going to go through all of it, guys. Before I get started, though, I do have my gaming channel, which is back up here, which I'm going to see if I can get a picture up here for you guys. But my old gaming channel is back, and I'm going to be doing gaming news on it. So if you want to see videos about Red Dead Redemption, Fallout 76, just like many different games, whatever you can think of, if you want to see it, then go check out this channel right here, guys. This is, like, again, this is my new, or it's an old channel that I owned, but I stopped using it, and I'm back on it, guys. So yesterday I uploaded my first video on there. I may not upload a video today because I'm currently writing up a bunch of ideas for videos. I'm getting scripts done and all that stuff, so there may not be a video specifically. There may not be another video today, but there will be another video tomorrow for sure, as I'm getting video IDs written down and, edited and that sort of stuff, guys. So yeah, there will be videos tomorrow, don't worry, but today there might not be a new one. But please go subscribe, guys. We're up at 15k subscribers again. We were under that, but we're back up again. So please do that if you could do me a favor, and let's get to the actual information right now. I'm sorry for the little plug there, but either way, so he says there, Rigpop or Ruffle Rallets, I just came across this. I don't know what to think of it, but it was posted on the Pokemon board of 4chan. Of course, as per usual, 4chan, the home of all potential rumors and leaks. So, hello. You may have previously heard about a translation rumor that the region is based in China. Now, we already heard about this, if you guys don't remember. I'll see if I can get it over here. I can actually find exact links to that specific rumor, which we'll bring up again. But let's read what else it says here while I'm looking for it on the side here. So it's going to have to pause my own video, and here we go. Here is the link to the 4chan post, which I'll have on the side here, and I'll read it when we get to it. So this person says, it is true, I am a translator, and I previously worked on translating Pokemon X and Y, Sun and Moon, to Spanish. The translation teams were split up into two teams, Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Opal and Jade. Now, we already know that there has been a split in terms of the internal team, but how would you know that if you're a translator? I don't think a translator would know what Game Freak is doing. So you're already fishy as hell, my man. Already fishy as hell. So, it says here that they're split up into two, Opal and Jade being Gen 8, being the names of the games from the other rumor. He continues on here being Gen 8, and from what I've translated so far, there are 23 new Pokemon I've seen. So, I guess he's saying that this is, like, again, if this is real, again, keep in mind, this could be fake, but, we never know. I'm just discussing it because I love discussing these sort of rumors and stuff, though I am really tired right now, as you may notice. But it's just, okay, like, you've seen 23 Pokemon. I guess that's 23 new ones that you've heard about in your translation notes if you're doing translating. Though I would love to know if this person sees this video, please post some information that could confirm that you actually do translations. Just something, because this isn't much to go off of. You just saying stuff isn't good enough. I'm going to be frankly honest, it ain't good enough, my dude. So it would be really nice if you could give us some hints of information, some, like, documentation or proof that you can, like, you can take out your name and stuff, just some sort of documentation so we know that, you do actually work with this sort of stuff. But 23 new Pokemon, well, fair point. Obviously, this is not final. It's just from what I've seen, obviously. I mean, if you're working in different teams and you're split up, you're probably not going to be getting every single Pokemon in your notes, and, another group may have the translation for many other Pokemon. Certain Pokemon follow. Now, how would you know this? I am really curious. If you are doing translations, how would you know this exactly? Is it like something in a text that says that the Pokemon follow you and that sort of stuff? I'm really curious. And how do you know HMs do not return? Is there an explicit point they say that, or, like, do you just assume? I would love to know more about that as well. It takes place at the same time as Ultra Sun and Moon, if not the exact same time. If not the exact same time. So he's trying to say here that like, essentially games are taking place at the same time in literal, like, quote-unquote history, so to say. So there is, like, no time delay or time difference between them, which, fair point. Don't know why that would be a big point, but hey, I mean, I guess it would be interesting. I guess it would play into the whole Rainbow Rocket thing, because I think Giovanni's going to reappear in a future Pokemon game, because he was in the Rainbow Rocket episode in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and he disappeared through a wormhole. So I think he's going to reappear in a future game, being the Generation 8 games. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. So he continues on here. Certain Pokemon follow, items do not return, takes some place in the there was sub-regions that you can explore, but whoever said they didn't have any whoever said they didn't have anything to do with the story is wrong, and they didn't even spell it right. They said in wrong. So they're accessible after finishing a Rohuo. You can continue a journey to Johto and explore and become the champion of that region as well. Yeah, bullshit. You just ruined it. I don't know why they always do this. Why do they always ruin this? I never understand it. Why don't you just work within like the graspable ranges here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least the Let's Go rumor that ended up being real, which like it sounded fake at first back in the past. At least it wasn't ludicrous. At least it didn't like make weird claims. There's no way they'd let us journey back to Johto and take on full on Johto and become the champion of that region as well. It's just so unlikely. So if we do take a look at the previous rumor, which I will continue reading this here in a second. Actually, no, we'll finish the reading here and then we'll make a reference here. But this is just dumb to me. Like, this makes no sense. But I digress. Either way, so they're accessible in Johto to explore and become the champion of that region as well. All Pokemon except Mythical and other versions Legendary will be catchable. Okay, that would be cool. That'd be nice if that's actually true. I don't know how likely it is, but it would be awesome. So, in terms of the Johto thing, right? I remember here they mentioned that. Let me see. Right here, you'll be able to travel to limited versions of past regions. These regions won't include campaigns or anything of the like, but you can still explore and remaster versions of familiar areas. Which sounds reasonable, right? That sounds reasonable. Like small tidbits of gameplay in places we know about, right? You know, Kanto, Johto, Sinnoh, Hoenn, Unova, Kalos, etc. Right? It would make sense, but I don't know. It's so unlikely they would do it. It's Game Freak we're talking about. Like, Game Freak aren't... They're never gonna do that because they'd rather split a game up into parts and give you a game that only has one region and a small amount of gameplay and then sell you a remake instead. So it's unlikely they do this. So this is bullshit right here. There's no way Game Freak would go on board with this. There's no way the Pokemon company would accept this or Nintendo would accept this because it doesn't go with their philosophy for the last however many decades they've been working these games now. You know what I mean? It just doesn't go with their philosophy because the way they tend to do these things is by freaking they split them up. If why would you have a tidbit of each generation, each region, in there? Why would you have past regions as little tidbits? Like I get if it's like references, right? And like connections between them, right? That I would understand. But if you're gonna have literal parts from those regions reused, very unlikely. I do hope though that when they say travel to past, like I guess it's like if it's true, by the way, if it is true, then it could be talking about like a temporary, and they do mention here actually as well that it's like limited versions of or limited. I guess limited is limited into the scope of where you can explore. But I think it'd be cool if like you could visit these regions in like I guess limited areas, smaller areas, more compact places, and that's where you could kind of like just explore the old regions and get Pokemon from those places. But how effective it would be, I don't know. How likely it is, very unlikely. I don't think Game Freak would want to do that. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. And you know what? If I'm wrong, hey, I'll accept it. But I don't think that's very likely. So again, this guy also claimed he works localization with Game Freak, and the same thing from the person who posted this one, which is anonymous. I don't know, man. So, and they also mentioned down here, all Pokemon except Mythical and other version Legendaries will be catchable. So, all Pokemon would be great. Now, they mention that other Legendaries, version Legendaries won't be catchable. So, I assume, are they talking books, like the box art Legendaries? Or, like, are they talking just Legendaries in general? Like, Zygarde, Yveltal, Xerneas, etc. Like, is he talking about those Pokemon, or is he talking about the ones from the new game specifically? Because that would be really interesting to know. Because if you catch all the Pokemon, all the Legendaries in those games, I guess that would be pretty interesting. I mean, you could do it in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so, would it be likely to happen in these games as well? Well, I don't actually know, but, hey, it's interesting to talk about at least. So, yeah, that is that, guys. That is all there is for this. I want to just know what you guys feel about this. Because I still feel like, based on what I've heard from viewers and from people that do live in China and people that live in Japan, there is still like, there is still, like, some sort of, there's an off balance between the two countries still, and I'm not sure how likely it would be based on what I've heard from you guys and from, like, Jinx Club. It's, based on what you guys have said and what Jinx Club said, the relation isn't the best still, so how likely would it be that they would want to make a video game region based on this part of the world, especially with Tibet and stuff? I guess they wouldn't want to do that, which I'm not too sure about. Again, I don't know the history about these, these countries, their relations. I know Japan has done some weird stuff to the Chinese, which, they still remember, and it's still like some hatred that's festered within them. So, or the government has a festering, hatred towards that, or for that, reason, and maybe that's why they wouldn't, accept this sort of thing, or maybe Japan wouldn't want to do this, and Game Freak wouldn't want to make a region based on this place. I don't know, guys, but I want to know your opinions on it, though. What do you think about it? What do you feel? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. And please do me the favor, do check out RigPop420 or RigPop, just the channel right here. Do check it out. I'll link it in the top description, top of the description down below, guys. Subscribe to it if you want to see gaming news, gaming rumors, gaming leaks, gaming discussions, breakdowns, and all that stuff, guys. I'll be talking about all things gaming. My first video was a discussion video about the private servers and mods for Fallout 76. How will private servers work, and will there be mods for private servers at launch and that sort of stuff? Will it work? Will they allow us to do mods on private servers and that sort of thing? I did a little bit of a discussion on it. Now, I will also maybe make, way better videos than this one. This one was my first ever try in this sort of format, where I'm not talking about Pokemon, so it's a little bit different. It feels a little bit off, feels a little bit, weird, but I'm getting into it. I'm doing my best to get better at it. So, guys, please do check it out, give it some love, and subscribe if you want to see gaming content, everything from discussions and that sort of stuff, and news. I'll be posting it there, guys. Either way, thank you so much for watching. My name is Rumour. I'll see you the next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.